Introducing the Ghost Experience Update. Following the release of the Immersive mode, we decided to further improve this initial game changer. We focused our efforts on key points identified by players. First, stealth parameters and enemy AI have been revamped. You will deal more damage when striking enemies undetected. Drone behavior has been improved to avoid breaking stealth, letting you progress more efficiently in enemy-dense areas. Your infiltrations will feel more rewarding as enemies' awareness is brought to a more reasonable yet still challenging level. And we've adjusted the time human foes take to detect your presence and raise the alarm, so you have the ideal time to react. Second, several requested player features have been added or reworked. You can now throw a bullet to lure individual or small groups of enemies and draw their attention to create openings. The item wheel has been revamped with an improved navigation and a larger and smoother item selection. You can also cook your grenades, leaving no time for your foes to react. Enemies will now reload, giving you the perfect opportunity for counterattacks. The Ghost Experience update also introduces several world modifiers, letting you customize your game experience. The setting Darkest Night plunges you into a pitch-black version of Aroa. Event parameters give you the choice to play with roaming Terminators or supportive Rebels. And the presence of patrols and drones will also be adjustable. Finally, we decided to revise some of the raids content. We're happy to announce that Golem Island is now open to solo players for exploration, boss-free, and with its own set of objectives. Multiple raid rewards are now obtainable through class progression, extended to rank 20, with over 200 new challenges. And for the most daring players, we're releasing an even more challenging version of the raid, with a new heart system, weekly modifiers, new exclusive rewards, and tougher boss fights. We hope you like this update. See you on Aroa, Ghosts.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So here we go. We got our info. You behaved 2 hours ago. This is incredible. We're getting a huge update for the next title update. It seems really cool. They're tweaking a lot of things. They're trying to make Ghost Recon better for all of us so we can keep playing the game. What do you all think so far? Here we go. Let's get into this. There's a lot here to cover. On November 9th, guys, that's next week, we'll be releasing the Ghost Experience update. We're very excited to share with the team what the team has been working on. We want to thank you for your continued feedback and support. And there are some things in here that I've been talking about. I'm so extremely happy that they were working on it. Kudos to Ubisoft. Title update 3.0.3 will be building on the Ghost Experience foundation, this time focusing on adding more depth to enemy AI, opening more possibilities for solo and stealth experience. Finally, you will be able to choose the destiny of drones, the density of drones in the world, the destiny, the density of drones in the world. That's really cool. So let's start with stealth. Okay, this update brings significant improvements to the stealth playstyle, aiming to ease stealth exploration and cover multiple game systems. While undetected, players will now be able to deal increased damage to both drones and NPCs. I don't know how I feel about that. It looks like they're reverting back to that Wildlands type of gameplay where if a person didn't know where you were, it would be like a one-shot kill. I don't really like that, but some people might. We'll see how it works out. This excludes heavy NPCs as they are equipped with heavy armor. You'll also see enemies running out of ammo and reloading. Kudos to Ubisoft. These are things we've discussed. These are things the community has discussed. Enemies will now reload. That's great. It brings more realism to firefights, and your ability to shoot and maneuver, playing on extreme and things like that. That'll be really fun to see. This will apply to all enemies with ASRs. So now, you tell me shotgunners won't have this? You know, we're gonna have to see how this works because now only enemies with ASRs. You won't see, I guess, snipers reloading from a distance, or enemies with shotguns who are closing in on you, which I think is a really big deal. I think shotgunners, as they're walking towards you, boom, 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 they should have to reload. So maybe they didn't want to go through the animations. I don't know. This opens additional possibilities for you and your squad to launch counterattacks and adjust your strategy, what I just said. We've also had rebalanced the detection time and radio communication time to allow you to react to enemy tactics. Additionally, we have reduced the enemy mortar strike accuracy when you are detected. Additionally, what they should do is revamp that entire AI system of enemy mortars, because, boy, do those mortars know where you are at all times. As for drones, many changes have been applied to their detection and destruction behavior. Changes include, but are not limited to, reduced investigation movement speed, new vertical destruction trajectory, reduced destruction sound, more pauses between attacks, and no more erratic hit animations, among other changes. The full list of changes will be added to the patch notes, which we should probably get on Monday. So let's see, today, yeah, it's coming out on Tuesday, right? So Thursday, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Wait, the 9th. Let me see this. November 9th, right? So today's the 5th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, wait. It's coming out on Monday? Let me double check this. The 9th is a Monday. Did they say that right? Oh, wow. This is being released on Monday. At first, I thought the 9th was a Tuesday. Then I started doing my calculations. So maybe we'll get the patch notes on Sunday. We should be getting the patch notes. I don't know. We'll find out. This is weird to see a patch come out on a Monday. I feel like they made a mistake there, but whatever. So they also added new settings to the aim assist, which doesn't really, on PC, whatever. In order to provide more granularity to your experience, you guys let me know how that feels on console. So bullet lore, grenades, and C4. So the bullet lore is something that we saw in the video. Continuing with the changes we made to the gameplay mechanics, we've added a new item to your inventory, the bullet lore. This will allow you to lure one enemy at a time without triggering large groups of enemies. I'm not sure how I feel about this. We have the diversion lore, and I feel like this is like, what, just to get one guy to go? Seems kind of weird. Seems kind of like something maybe we didn't need, because we have the diversion lore. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work in general. And a lot of the bases, I don't find myself having to lure many guys anyway. So we'll see how this works. It's important to note that this is not a replacement to the existing diversion lore, which works best with bigger groups of enemies and has a large area of effect. The bullet lore will be accessible from the item wheel. You have an infinite amount of it. No need to manage that. So whatever. We'll see how that works. We've also added a community request feature when it comes to grenades. Cooking grenades. You can now cook your grenades, as you know, available in both PvE and PvP. This will work side by side with other features introduced with this update. This will allow you to be more precise with grenades and will leave no room for the enemy to react, resulting in a more effective execution. I always, this is very good, but I always felt like the grenade kills were pretty on point anyway. But it's really cool that you could cook these bad boys now. And to add more freedom to your C4 usage, you'll be able to pick up Ghost Play C4 and mines for reuse. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, this was not discussed in the video unless I missed it. But this is why I'm going over the actual notes so you get all the details. Finally, you can throw a C4, you could throw your mine down, and if it doesn't get used, you can go and pick it back up. Yes, kudos to Ubisoft for that. That's amazing. Syringes, based on feedback from the players, we have added one last option to the way syringes work in the game. You can now choose whether syringes heal your injuries or not. Not sure how I feel about this. This setting is off by default while in immersive mode. They're really eliminating things that they've worked on before. I feel like the bandage system, it gives you sort of a downtime for when you do get injured. So this is basically making injuries at this point, injuries are going to become irrelevant, because once you get injured, if you can just go like this, then the injury itself is kind of irrelevant. The whole purpose of the injury was that, oh man, you got to get somewhere safe and bandage up. So it's kind of killing the mechanic of the injury system itself if you could just make it disappear like that. Because if you didn't like the injury system to begin with, people would just kind of turn it off in immersive, turn it lower, or just completely turn it off. Not sure how I feel about that one. You guys let me know. Darkest Night. Yo, this sounds really cool. I like this idea. We are happy to introduce our new setting, Darkest Night. This tactical setting will offer the darkest nights ever seen in Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Immerse yourself, adjust your HUD settings, and make sure you have your night vision and thermal vision on standby. One thing I feel like they missed the mark with this Darkest Night, this update should have included flashlights in the gunsmith. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. With this Darkest Night introduction, they should have included a flashlight that you could put on your pistol, a flashlight that you could put on your weapons. And yeah, because now, I mean, Darkest Night, you could have made your own Darkest Night using the slide settings for the picture and made it real dark and just put your night vision on. So I think it really would have been cool. Maybe if this was its own game mode in itself, you start a Darkest Night game mode and you have only your flashlight on your pistol or your weapon or your rifle. Maybe you just start with a pistol, and it's kind of like that Division survival mode that they had in the Division 1, and you have to go and you find a rifle with maybe a flashlight, and then you have to find night vision and thermals, and you do objectives. I don't know, that would have been something cool to think about, but a little too much. This is really cool. I just do think that I hope Ubisoft, with the gunsmith updates coming up in the future, you guys need to add flashlights onto our weapons. Cleaning weapons. Another highly requested community feature is the ability to clean your weapons from mud, dirt, and snow. We understand how important this is for our players, and we can confirm that you will be able to do so from the loadout menu. This is not something I saw in the video, but now you will be able to clean your weapons. Inventory management. Mass sell resources. The highly requested sell all resource feature is now available at Maria's shop. Hallelujah. Let's see if it goes even further. Weapon dismantling. To reduce the time spent in your inventory, you can now dismantle weapons when near a crate without picking the weapon up, only in immersive mode. So there are some things there that are good. Let's see if it goes across the board, not only Maria's shop. I remember having to I believe it was the mass sell in Maria's shop, if I do remember, when I was trying to get scale credits for the next update. No, I think that's it. It was the mass sell. So kudos there. Now we have, oh, that's right. Now we have mass dismantle and mass sell. I think it's all good there. It's about time. Oh man. Over a year we had to wait for some of these options that should have been there in day one, but hey, at least it's here, guys, right? Okay, Golem Island solo exploration. So thanks to all the feedback, discussions, suggestions we saw from players around the raid in Golem Island. Yo, dude, this is really cool, guys. We're thrilled to announce that Golem Island is now open for solo exploration. Prepare to explore this iconic location with 15 different settlements, 50 wild mysteries, 12 missions are all available in solo mode. For all the details on the raid update, check out our dedicated article here. So now, I will check this right now because I haven't actually looked at this. So why not look at it right now with you guys? Ghosts, we are happy to share the changes you'll see coming in Golem Island with title update 3.0.3. Prepare yourselves for 2 exciting new modes and the ability to explore the island solo. With these new modes also comes changes to enemy level, game modifiers, and more. Each raid difficulty will also now have its own subsection in the objectives board. So solo exploration. Are you feeling adventurous, ghosts? It's time for you to single-handedly traverse Golem Island and explore brand new objectives with 15 different settlements. 50 blah blah blah. I said this already. Gear level requirement. An FYI, it's available in both regular and immersive experiences, just in case you didn't know. Accessible to all players after completing the No Way Out mission and talking to Jericho and Erewhon. As you complete challenges, other challenges will be available immediately. Enemy level will adapt to that of the player in regular mode. New objectives. 12 new milestone missions are available on the island. These include killing targets, destroying behemoths, stealing tech parts, and destroying servers. Focus on exploration. Navigation between sectors improved. More cars and boats spawned. Loot consists of regular world loot. Select loot from the raid for missions and chests. So that's really cool. I'm really happy for a lot of you out there. I did get a chance to play the raid from the time it came out up until about 2.0. I played the raid that entire time. I got most of the items in the raid. I never went back. this will be fun to go back now and maybe pick up some things that I haven't picked up or new items that have come out. Really, congratulations to all you guys who have been dying to play the raid because you're solo players. You don't want to play it with other people or whatever. And now you'll get a chance to really experience what the raid is all about, minus the bosses. Maybe one day you'll go in and see what the bosses are like. But kudos to Ubisoft for listening. People really wanted this for a long time. Loot, solo exploration, items listed below will be available to players through Golem Island. Here's everything you will be able to get. Golem Island in the missions, the heli helmet, the wolf mask, the PASGT helmet, revision bullet ant goggles, wolf fingerless gloves, the sentinel knee pads, walker vest, tack tailor operator pack, the micro T1 and the G33 scope. On the chests, you'll be able to get the Oakley Halo goggles, 511 burner sunglasses, heavy duty gas mask, the Revision Com Center 2 headset, wolf gloves, the SNS plate frame, Eagle Industries chest rig, Blackhawk lightweight knee pads, the MK17 shorty, the Tavor assault, Stoner compact, M4 shorty, the RU12 SG assault, tactical vertical foregrip, the vented angle foregrip. So now, some things I don't see here. I don't see the guns. I'm pretty sure I got the Koblin in the raid. I'm pretty sure I got the Scorpion CQC in the raid. I could be wrong. No, I'm pretty sure I did. So we got to look at that. If you want weapons like the Koblin and stuff like that, dude, they still have a few things there that they're like, yo, you guys still got to go play co-op if you want a few of these items. So not everything. Rapid threat critical. Up the stakes and challenge yourself by trying your hand at threat critical. A change in enemy level and modified boss patterns are just two ways that you'll be able to increase the difficulty in regular mode. So what is this all about? Gear level requirement 150 will remain the minimum gear score. The enemy level increases from 260 to normal to 300 in critical. Hearts. Player have 4 hearts that replenish over time, allowing the player to respawn or revive teammates. Modified boss patterns. More enemies in waves, shorter ability cooldowns, exclusive loot. For those of you that thought you were getting everything, now you're not. 4 unique weapons and 5 titles that are being added to the loot. So 4 unique weapons. We'll see what that's all about. So now here's my question. This is raid threat critical, right? It says the player has 4 hearts that replenish over time, allowing the player to respawn or revive teammates. This raid threat critical. I'm not sure if this is just a co-op experience. It might be. So they opened up some things and then they made kind of this game mode where you still have some things to up the difficulty for those people still playing the raid. Weekly game modifiers. So here we go. This is more discussing it. So now maybe we'll get into this. Each week, 2 major modifiers and 1 minor will be applied from the game pool to hardcore mode. Below is the current list of major and minor modifiers that can be applied. These weekly modifiers will appear in the raid's threat critical summary section of the objectives board. The major, when a player reloads their weapon, ammo left in the current magazine is lost. That's like Ghost experience. The cooldown of each heart is longer and you have 3 max hearts instead of 4. This is pretty cool. No ammo drops for your current equipped weapon. Ooh, I like that. This is like, whoa, this is like some real how the game should have been. Really, like every bullet counts. Oh man. When injured, a player progressively loses health and can't regenerate automatically. Oh, that's how it should be. All players can equip 1 main weapon. Life chunks are lost when empty until player heals. So these are weekly game modifiers that you can play with this threat critical. So we got raid threat critical, weekly game modifiers threat critical. This is some really cool stuff, man. And there's exclusive loot to this threat critical. 4 unique weapons. Oh, okay. So, all right. So this this seems like it's the this seems like it's just the game mode. I think I'm mistaken. I think you can do this solo. I thought maybe this was just a co-op thing. This is really cool. This is like an entirely different type of game mode that you can just play. And I don't know. I think it brings a lot of longevity back to the game. This is a really good idea. Look at this. Look at this exclusive loot now that we'll be getting. Okay, so oh wait, I forgot to read the minor. A player can wound a teammate with their own bullets. Friendly fire is on. That's so awesome. Time of day is fixed at midnight for the entire week. Oh my god, that's so cool. Technique gauge, it's just an everlasting night. Technique gauge recharges slower from all sources. It's really this sounds really cool. All right, so here's the exclusive loot, right? 4 unique weapons and 5 titles are being added to the loot table. As a note, a boss can be looted once every mode during the same week. Oh my god, this is crazy. So unique weapons. The M82 comes off the Cerebrus. See, now I'm just a little confused, right? So this raid threat critical does seem like it is the raid, and there are weekly game modifiers for just that raid. So I was a little confused because it said right here, a change in enemy level modified boss patterns, which are 2 ways you'll be able to increase the difficulty in regular mode. So that had confused me for a second, but I'm not mistaken here, guys. This is for people going into the raid that can now change out. Wow, this is gonna slow things down for raiding even more. Oh, this would be cool if it was just in the game, like for regular mode, just playing the game. I think this would have been really cool. So the unique weapons: M82 from Cerebrus, the MGL from Quantum, the MK17 from Gargoyle CQC version, the CSFP from Bale. Titles: Heroic Dragon Slayer, Heroic Giant Slayer, Heroic King Slayer, Heroic Mind Slayer, Heroic Titan. I don't know why those titles really matter. They don't sound cool either, in my opinion. Those are titles I would hear from like World of Warcraft or something. So raid threat low. If you're looking for a more casual experience threat, low mode is more relaxed take of on the traditional raid. Okay. A change in enemy levels and modified boss patterns. In just 2 ways, you'll be able to decrease the difficulty. This is cool, I guess, for people who want to kind of just jump into it and not for it not to be so difficult. So gear level still 150. Enemy levels lowered from 260 to normal 250. Enemies visible on the map. Cooldown to respawn is shorter. Modified boss patterns. Less enemies and waves. Longer ability cooldowns for bosses. No second phase in a boss fight. Loot consists of regular world loot without unique chests. So that's kind of, you could get warmed up with the raid. Wow. That's awesome. That really is awesome. So this is all Golem Island. There's the solo exploration now, and then there's for the people who are playing with this raid threat critical, the weekly game modifiers, the exclusive loot, all of that. So this is really cool for a lot of people who are raiding. I don't know if I'm going to do this raid threat critical. It sounds really awesome, but I don't really raid much anymore, but maybe I'll get back into it. Who knows? All right, so that took us on a little detour. Let's go back into what 3.0.3 is going to be bringing to us in the normal game. We had the Golem Island solo experience that we just went over, and now, excuse me, world modifiers. As we promised earlier this year, the Rebels and Terminators will be coming back to Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is so good. I'm so glad that they were able to do this. This time around, you'll be able to activate, deactivate these parameters in the world as you please. You'll be able to toggle several other settings affecting the world as well, including drones and helicopter patrols, event parameters, terminator presence toggle, rebel presence toggle. You could only have one of these active at any given time. Kudos to Ubisoft, and I'll tell you why. This is something I spoke about that I didn't think made sense. These developers, they were creating these live events. They're sitting down and they're creating this content, and then the content would come and go and you couldn't experience it ever again. I felt that that was the worst way to develop for a game. We played Terminator God knows how long ago, right? And now we haven't seen it since. You could play just a couple missions. I always thought it would be a great idea to click something on and you'd be able to just play the Terminator event forever. Just have Terminators roaming around Aroa. This is exactly what they should have had from day one. Kudos to the developers, programmers being able to do this. Now people can just play this game in a variety of different ways. It breathes a lot more life into the game, and it allows people to play the content that you created for the game at any point in time. Good job, guys. Enemy population. Based on all the feedback we receive regarding drones, players will be able to determine drone presence and helicopter patrols in the world. Drone presence modifier, minimal, classic. Azrael presence modifier, none, classic. Helicopter patrol frequency modifier, none, classic. Now, if it's just between those two, I think maybe they should have had one more, because I don't think the Azrael drone should disappear necessarily, but I still think it needs to be tuned down a bit. So rather than having non-classic, maybe minimal, or minimal, classic, max. Or no one's gonna pick max, so maybe none, minimal, classic, something like that. Because I do think it should, we should still see a chopper every once in a while, or an Azrael drone. So I really think they should have had a minimal for Azrael as well, because it still does provide a little, when you're going through shit, it's like, oh shit, Azrael drone. I'd still feel like people would want that experience, just not every 5 minutes when they're running around. So helicopter patrol frequency, of course, minimal presence. You will only encounter drones that are tied to missions and behemoths. So that might just remove the majority of stuff if you're just free roaming like I am a lot of the time. Other modifiers: interface, item shader toggles the shader highlighting items and crates off on. Players will be able to find these modifiers in the settings menu. The instance will reload after any change to the world parameters. And guys, I'm sorry that these things take so long to go through this, but as you can see from the video I played first, you only get the bullet points from that. I want to really go over everything that they put out, so I want you guys to know everything here. So the UI item wheel, I just made a video on this like last month. This is awesome. They were working on it. I didn't even have to make that video. I'm so happy that this is going on. We took the opportunity to rework some aspects of the item wheel to make it easier to use, including making the wheel larger and allowing for more accessibility and customization as requested by our community. Yes, good job. The item wheel, new slots, 2 new slots added to the item wheel. A new item, hand-thrown bullets, item categories, no more distinction between defensive, offensive items, added AI teammate order shortcuts to the item wheel, controller only, so that doesn't work on PC. So this is what I want to know. I would like to know, and we're going to be able to find this out later on, because one of my major things in the video I made, which I don't think they're going to do, is the ability to put any items we want anywhere on the item wheel. That's what they should have been focusing on. Because now think about it. If we only need syringes to do everything, we don't even need bandages anymore, right? So you should be able to put a grenade in that slot. So we'll see how that works moving forward. Accessibility. Players can choose to press or hold the button to open the item wheel. That's cool. Press it, go to it, press it again, remove it. That's kind of cool. Remapping. Here we go. Players can set a shortcut to directly open the order wheel, all platforms except Stadia. Players can set a shortcut to directly open the item wheel, all platforms. So open the order wheel, open the item wheel. Okay. Players can set a shortcut for each wheel slot, mouse and keyboard controller, all platforms. Oh, that's awesome. So now you can keybind to just open it. Players can remap the sync shot teammates input, all platforms. Sync shot. Oh man, I wish, you know what? I wish we could remap just like in Wildlands. We needed remaps for their commands. So I could press a button and tell them to go. I could press a button and tell them to hold. That's what we really need. Or I need to just get a new mouse, which has Razer. I have the Razer Naga, old one. It only has Razer Synapse 2.0, which doesn't detect mouse movement. In Razer Synapse 3.0 with the new ones, or even other different types of controllers, you can macro a mouse movement, and I would be able to do it myself. But that's besides the point. Okay, class progression update. Here we go. With 7 classes now in game, the class rank limit, move this up a little bit, has been increased to level 20. Wow, so we got new things to do with our classes, guys. Rewards from the regular raid difficulty have been added to the... Oh, shit. Let me take a peek here. Oh, man. So rewards from the regular raid difficulty have been added to the class progression rewards to offer multiple unlock conditions to more accessibility to all players. There you go, dude. Now you just got to bump up the classes to get loot. The Judge gear set, I think I have that. The ATAC S IX gear camo, AK-47 assault, the sharpshooter class commission gear set, the ATAC S FG gear camo, MK14 assault, the Panther class, the flayed gear set, the ATAC S ATX gear camo, Scorpion Evo 3 tactical. There it is with the Panther class. You can now get it by just upgrading it. A lot of people have been saying, yo, G, what's that weapon when I'm playing? I'm like, yo, that's the Scorpion, baby. Got it from the raid. Bam, you can now get it just by upping your class progression. You could do your class progression update on the Panther class and get the Scorpion Evo. I think I have the Scorpion CQC as well. Maybe I got that from something else and I got the Evo 3 Tactical at the raid. I forget. Let's keep going. ATAC S ATX Weapon Camo. The Medic class, the Golem gear set. ATAC SAU gear camo, the MPX tactical, I have that as well. The Engineer class, the Architect gear set, nice. MK48 Saw, the ATAC SAU weapon camo, the Echelon class, the Silencer gear set, the A2 Shorty, the ATAC SFG weapon camo, the Pathfinder class, the Pioneer gear set, the Tavor Scout, the ATAC SLE weapon camo. Oh, I'm not going to have to play the raid unless I want to do those modifiers and get that type of new stuff. I could just get these sets now. Upping our class progression. Don't miss out on full patch notes, title update 3.0, 3.0.3, full list of new items, rewards, bug fixes. Follow us on Twitter. I already do. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the entire video. 28 minutes. Shout out to all you guys for sitting there like animals and just absorbing all of this information as I read it and I just go off and click on links that give us other types of info. So we went over the raids. We went over everything that we're getting. Let me know what you all think in the comments. I'm very happy. I got to tell you guys and be honest. I'm playing Watch Dogs right now. This comes out on Monday, the 9th. Assassin's Creed comes out, I think, on that Tuesday, 10th. PlayStation comes out the 12th. That's Miles Morales, Demon. I don't have enough time to play all these games. This is too much, man. This is too much. Oh, man, this is crazy. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I'm out of here. Comment down below. Let's talk. Are you excited? Do you even care? Is this game deleted off your hard drive? Do you not even have it anymore? Will you be reinstalling it to play this type of stuff? There's a lot of cool stuff here. I really like this Darkest Night thing. I want to see how it is. I want to see how dark it really is, or if it's just normal. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be really cool. Last but not least, I already said it. Ubisoft, you need to get us flashlights in the next Gunsmith update on our weapons. That is very important moving forward, especially for this Darkest Night. And it would be cool if Darkest Night had its own little story mode to go through where you only started with maybe a pistol. I know it's not going to happen, but started with a pistol with a flashlight, then you get an assault rifle, you get a flashlight on that. You have to find your night vision, you have to find your thermals, you have to go through certain things. You know, I think that would have been cool. You have to do objectives. But I'm happy. Some things here I might not use. The whole syringe thing, maybe not. I haven't really played enough to really see if I want to play with injuries on or off seriously, but there's a lot of info here, guys. Let me know what you think, like I said, down below in the comments section. I'm out of here. Everybody have a great day, and I'll be streaming later on. I'll see you all in the next video, or I will see you all in my live stream. All right, guys? Have a great day. Love you all. Peace out.